into our broadcast as we are live from City Stadium here in Lynchburg, Virginia, as the Gretna Hawks are on the road once again to face the E.C. Glass Hilltoppers. And a lot of music, a lot of things I'm having to talk over right now, but if you will just hang tight in a few minutes, hopefully that music will go away for a little bit, and we can hopefully hear better. We'd like to thank you for joining us here on 104.3 FM and WMNA AM 730, and also streaming on thecrossfm.com. And Stuart Burnett and Kim Burnett here with you on a warm Friday night as we're still bathed in sunshine here on the visitor side, and looks like that's going to be with us for a while longer. We've just watched both teams warm up, and E.C. Glass has a definite size advantage and a numbers advantage, but they are a larger school, and so you sort of expect that. Hopefully that's not something that's been intimidating to the Hawks here on the field so far.
I don't think so. They are playing, they're practicing, they are congratulating each other for good plays during practice, so I don't think they're paying any attention to their opponents at the moment. All
right, so I heard a little bit of talking from the E.C. Glass side during the practice, talking across the field. So it looks like there's a little bit of animosity there, and I think some of that probably happened on Facebook this past week. Both teams come in at 1-0. The Hawks with a win over Jefferson Forest last Friday, winning 12-9, and E.C. Glass beat Lord Botetourt 41-30. So that was a high-scoring game as opposed to the low-scoring game that the Hawks were involved in. We, of course, you can hear us where you normally hear us on Spreaker, on Facebook at Gretna 411. But we are so blessed to be able to come to you on the radio as well, and we're on The Cross, a new station in Gretna, 104.3 FM. Also WMNA AM 730. And as I said earlier, you can also catch it streaming on the crossfm.com. And what you can actually do there, I think there's a link on their website where you can go in and you can listen to this game, or you can listen to another game if you'd like to. We got quite a few games on there since 2011, I think. So we got a pretty good repertoire. Yeah, you could spend a good part of the evening listening to football if you wanted to.
Hey, but you look for that blue football helmet.
I think it's maybe got a G, possibly. I don't know.
That's what you hit.
But anyway, you can do that, and for those maybe we're a little out of range for you on the radio, and I would recommend you go to the crossfm.com, thecrossfm.com. The Cross, many of you may be hearing about the Cross radio station for the first time. It was launched in mid-July. It is in Gretna, and a special dedication ceremony was held in Gretna at the Gretna Theater, and the Cross was officially dedicated in loving memory of Gretna radio pioneer Charlie Lingefeld. Lots of folks, of course, know and remember Charlie Lingefeld, the Lingefelds, and their impact in Gretna. The call letters, when me and you were working, Kim, it was WMNA, of course, and it stood for Weather, Music, News, and Agriculture. It now stands for something else. It stands for What Matters Now, Always, The Cross. So the Cross is owned and operated by the founders of Campers Care Ministries, and you'll be hearing about them along the way throughout the game tonight as well. The Cross is owned and operated by the founders of Campers Care Ministries. That's Devin and Julie, and they wish to thank all the members of the community who've helped get this up and running. It's not an easy thing. The building of the Cross, financial gifts, also time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears. Many hours went into building 104.3 FM. And we will get into some of those people here in just a moment. But first, we're going to pause for the national anthem. We're going to have the the junior ROTC here from E.C. Glass coming out onto the field, and they will display the U.S. flag, and I believe they have the Virginia flag with them too. And then the E.C. Glass band is on hand tonight, and I believe they will provide the national anthem for us. So we'll take a moment for that, and let's, of course, all rise and stand and put your hand across your heart as we anticipate the national anthem from the E.C. Glass band. A wonderful job there by the E.C. Glass Marching Hilltoppers. Coming up on about 8 minutes away from our start of our game tonight, and we mentioned earlier that many hours of blood, sweat, and tears, financial gifts, time went into building 104.3 FM. And Devin and Julie would like to thank Randy and Linda Alderson for their love, your prayers, and faithful support of the Cross Ministries and Campers Care Ministry. We love you both very much. Donald and Marie Young for their faithful support. Thank you to Chappie Brown and Gretna Drug for his support of the Cross, also for keeping our community healthy, spreading the Word of God through the ministry of the Cross. The Cross thanks Gretna Drug for being the very first ministry partner of the Cross and seeing the vision of the Cross. Also, a big shout out to Addison Blair and Ad Equipment. A very special thank you to Addison for supplying the crane to hoist the antennas up into the air, which allow the installers a safe way to work over 100 feet in the air. So thank you to Ad Equipment and Addison Blair. Big thank you to Carrie and Amy, the antenna installers, who were up there over 100 feet, 90-degree weather, over 9 hours, assembling and attaching the antennas that broadcast tonight's game for you. Also a special thank you to Chris and Anna Blair of CRB Electric and AA Mechanical for your prayer and support of Campers Care Ministries and the Cross Ministries. Also, thank you to local pastors who bring the messages of the cross. And thank each of you for your messages of faith, hope, and encouragement. And we are so thankful to have this opportunity to be here on 104.3 FM, The Cross, AM 730, and thecrossfm.com as well.
Captain's getting ready to go out.
Okay, getting set for the team captains. Thank you. And I think they have an announcement of some of the captains, I think. I'm not sure exactly who they're going through right now. Again, we're sitting in the sun here. It's probably 80 degrees or so out here tonight, and beautiful night though. The Hawks are on artificial surface for the second week in a row, which is an odd thing. Normally don't see that very much, but Jefferson Forest and, of course, City Stadium have the artificial surface. We'll be back on familiar grass next week, as the Hawks will be back in town for their first regular season game, and they will face Magna Vista coming up next Friday.
The artificial turf didn't seem to interfere with their running last week. It was fast. As you said, it's going to be a fast game, and they did. They ran fast.
Yeah, you don't have the little undulations and things like that you do on a natural field. So it is nice to have, a nice feature. And so normally, of course, we do play on grass in the Dogwood district. So most of I think all of our opponents in the Dogwood. But tonight, again, it's the artificial surface. And we're in the sun, and it's starting to see some shadows, though, coming across the field, especially on the south end of the stadium. Sun coming in over the stadium to the northwest. And so we're calling for the captains. Gretna has its captains already lined up here. It's and I don't have a roster, but I do know there's Mabins, Moon, a couple of the captains there. And we do not have a roster, and we apologize for that. Those rosters are hard to come by early in the season. Just taking a look, Gretna's sign is work hard, play hard. EC Glass says the Hawks, and that's all I can read because the cheerleader's blocking it. The Hawks, something about glass. So, Hawks can't fly. Okay. All right. So, again, now the captain's coming across for each side. And we'll be set for some football action here shortly.
For tonight in the EC Glass football team, number 14, Eli Wood.
Eli Wood. George White.
Number 19, Owen Dunlop.
And
number 21, Marquise Graves.
21 is Graves. Now, introductions at the midfield stripe. Some final instructions from our referee. And we will have the coin toss here momentarily. Hawks will be operating also tonight with a play clock, so you'll have to get your plays off. And they had some issues last week with some delay of game penalties, so they'll at least will have that clock where they can see the time. All right. EC Glass won the toss. They decline it. It will kick off to Gretna. The Hawks will be moving from our right to left, from north to south, as we anticipate the kickoff coming. I was watching the kicker during the opening exercises practice, and he's got a pretty good leg. I expect him to possibly kick it deep here tonight for the Hilltoppers. Hilltoppers come onto the field, and they stop there just past the end zone to the south, gather together. Hawks are already gathered at their sign, and here we go.
Let's get ready to rumble.
All right. And Hilltoppers come through. Now the Hawks getting ready to come through theirs, and here they come. And we're just about set for exciting high school football action, Gretna football on the Cross, 104.3 FM, AM 730, and thecrossfm.com for any streaming that you might need to do. Sun going down just a little bit more, but still has a pretty good effect on the field conditions at this point. Stewart and Kim Burnett with you here on a beautiful Friday evening. Second week of high school football. The Hawks at 1-0 with a win over Jefferson Forest, 12-9, taking on EC Glass with a big win over Lord Botetourt, 40-31 last week. And so the EC Glass band there warming up nicely, and the Hawks ready to hit the field. EC Glass in their huddle. They'll be coming out shortly, and we'll be ready to go here. First-year coach for Gretna, Sean Miller. Congratulations to him and his coaching staff on a win last week, trying to make it 2 in a row tonight.
I was very impressed with his calls, the gutsy calls, and the way he played with the clock on his side. So I can't wait to see what he calls tonight.
Hope he calls for a lot of touchdowns because they might need them tonight.
I'm sure he will.
This EC Glass team has got a good size advantage, and we'll see how these Hawks hold up tonight. But definitely the Hawks playing up a couple of levels in enrollment against this team from Lynchburg. And kicker is ready to go. Hawks in black pants, white jerseys, blue or black numbers, black helmets. EC Glass, white pants, blue shirts, blue helmets. Here we go. This kick taken deep over, lands right at the goal line. It'll be a touchback. So that kick went 60 yards in the air, and the Hawks will start at their all the way back at their 20-yard line. So 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Hawks. Hawks will start out with 2 receivers each side, 1 running back. That's Mabens, and Moon, the quarterback, from the shotgun. Puts a man in motion, handoff, coming around the side, stopped in the end zone. Stopped in the backfield. A big loss, too, of about 7 or 8 yards. Fisk on the stop, and Davis on that carry coming across on the sweep, and he lost 7, so 2nd and 17 there for the Hawks. Again, EC Glass is pretty big up front, and got some good height out there as well. Here's a quick snap and a handoff. Straight ahead for maybe 2 to about the 15. That was Mabens on the carry. Mabens got maybe 2, 3rd and 15 coming up for the Hawks here. Just underway here at City Stadium, 11:05 to go in the first quarter, and the Hawks already in a 3rd and 15 here. We'll see how they handle this. Shotgun snap, pass coming, thrown, and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Would have been near the first down, but he could not haul it in. That was Thompson. Thompson, it looked like a catchable ball to me, but it would have been right at the 30, and it would have been a first down. But unfortunately, punting situation now for the Hawks. And EC Glass looks to get excellent field position here as they are lined up at their 45-yard line anticipating this kick. Gretna with a late substitution, didn't have enough players on the line, and delay of game coming. There it is. They didn't get the play off in time, and so 5-yard penalty backs them up all the way inside of right at the 10-yard line. 4th and 20, and not a good start here for the offense, and already the unforced penalty on the delay of game. So Hawks need a good punt to start with. Here's a kick, gets it away, and it's going to be downed fairly immediately by Gretna at about the 35-yard line. And so 1st and 10 for EC Glass at the Gretna 35. So
35-yard line.
Glass with an excellent opportunity here in the first minute and 15 here of the game. We're no score, but EC Glass will spread the field, 2 receivers each side. Shotgun formation. Quarterback has a running back to his left. He'll hand it to him. And a nice little hole there. And finally stood up inside of the 30.
Handoff to number 2, Mike Thomas.
Thomas gets 6 or 7 on that carry. Second down coming up.
Looks like 7 yards.
7 yards on the carry.
Second down 2.
Second down, we'll call it 3. And man in motion, handoff going around the left side. Good blockers out there. Finally caught from behind. Gets away from that tackle, however, still on his feet. And finally brought down. The ball is loose. Gretna says they have it at the end of that play. All right. Waiting to see where they'll end up spotting it. It was number 21 on the carry. He fumbled it. Great effort by him, but he did fumble it. Looks like the ball is placed right around the 10-yard line. Hawks defense with a turnover. They had 5 turnovers last week against Jefferson Forest. So now 1st and 10, handoff, nowhere to go. Again, that front line of the Glass defense is getting inside and pushing the Hawks back. Another loss on that. Maven's on the carry. A loss of 4, looks like, maybe 5. 2nd and 15.
Look at number 19. Wonder how tall he is.
He's pretty tall.
And he's right in.
Yeah, he's head and shoulders above everybody out there. All right. 2nd and 15. Quarterback, Moon, puts a man in motion. Handoff coming to him. Trying to cut back, and he loses his footing. That was Thompson on the sweep and could not get going. A loss there of a couple, and they're in danger of a safety here. Looks like the ball is at the 1-yard line. 3rd and 19 from the 1. 3rd and 19. Bad situation here to have to throw. You're going to be in your own end zone. On 3rd and 19. And looks like we'll have 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. And some confusion on both sides of the field. And now the clock will run. And here's the keeper by Moon. Breaks one tackle and gets ahead to about the 5. You pick up, looks like 3 yards on it. Didn't quite make the 5. And 4th down coming up. All right, that was Thompson and not Moon on the run.
4th down and 15. Back deep for E.C.
So now 4th down.
Country Q, Quintarius Foster.
And this kick will come from the end zone. E.C. Glass got good pressure the last time on the punt. We'll see if they're able to get in here. The Hawks' offensive line is going to have to hold the line. Here's the snap. The kick gets away. And this one is going to drop and be down at about the 30-yard line.
Almost the same. Deja vu.
Yep. And so Glass will have it now at the Gretna 29-yard line. You're listening to Gretna Hawks football on the Cross, 104.3 FM, AM 730, streaming on thecrossfm.com. Quarterback flips it out, complete, number 5, right up the middle, caught from behind, pulled down at around the 20-yard line. Little inside screen, and he might have had the first down. He may be just shy. Looks like they're going to mark him shy.
9 yards.
2nd and 1. And here's a handoff, number 2, through the middle and wrapped up inside of the 15. Enough for a first down. That was Mike Thomas, number 2 on the carry.
Hilltopper fans, that is another
First and 10.
First down.
First and 10 for the Hilltoppers at the 14-yard line. Man in motion, and we've got a flag there. It's illegal procedure. Illegal procedure there for the Hilltoppers. Backs it up 5. And it'll be first and 15. First and 15 now. Quarterback puts a man in motion, fakes it. No, he hands it off. Going around the right. One tackle missed, and they'll stack him up right around the original line of scrimmage, so a gain about 5. That was number 3 on the carry.
Second down.
All right, so they're going to give him 3. No, I think he got about 5. Second and 10. Second and 10 now for the Hilltoppers. And this one is almost to the end zone, right up the middle, number 21. First and goal.
Mark Previous grazed the ball carrier. Inside handoff.
Around the 1-yard line.
Scrambles down to about the 1-yard line. First down.
I think he got 14. All right, first and goal. And they'll push ahead. And touchdown.
Hilltopper.
And so Hilltoppers on the board, leading 6-0 here. 6:26 to go in
Rocket, number 16, George White.
In the first quarter. 6:26 to go. As the quarterback took it right up the middle for the short burst for a touchdown. That was White, number 16, on the touchdown run. Extra point now coming by number 4. And the kick is good. And our score now is E.C. Glass 7.
Touchdown is up and good.
E.C. Glass 7, Gretna 0. Comes with 6:26 to go in the first quarter.
Gretna 0. E.C. Glass 7.
The Gretna Tire Player of the Week will begin this Thursday on the cross. Each week, Coach Miller will select a Player of the Week based on certain criteria, some of which include the student's conduct both on and off the field, attendance to both school and practices, academic performance, and other factors determined by Coach Miller. Each week, Coach Miller will be interviewed along with the Gretna Tire Player of the Week. That interview will air daily on the cross. If you missed the interview, you can find it in its entirety online at thecrossfm.com. Now, at the conclusion of the season, one of the students named Player of the Week will be awarded a $250 cash scholarship from the Cross Ministries. Gretna Tire knows high school sports builds character, develops leadership skills, teaches discipleship, as well as goal setting in a student's life. Gretna Tire, faith, family, and football. And right now the Hawks find themselves behind 7-0 at 6:26 to go in the first quarter. Hawks have been pinned back in their end of the field for the entire first quarter, so we'll see if they can get some room to work here. Kickoff coming.
Last time he took it to the end zone. Let's see what he does now.
This one is going to be a little shorter. Mabins takes it, drops it, picks it up at the 5, up to the 10, 15, and brought down short of the 15. And I have noticed a couple of our players slipping on the artificial surface, which you should have good footing there, but so far Mabins and I think it was Thompson have had some trouble keeping their footing during the first quarter. So the ball is placed at the 14-yard line. First and 10 for Gretna at their 14-yard line. EC Glass leading 7-0. Here's the handoff, dropped, ball fumbled, picked up by EC Glass. Number 19 with the recovery. And the Hawks had not had a turnover, I think, this season until there. And it comes at a bad time. Ball placed at the 10-yard line. Should be first and goal here from the 10-yard line. And they'll take the shotgun snap, handoff, right up the middle, number 5, fumble. Ball is loose again. And Gretna has it. All right. Yes. So now the Hawks to get the ball right back to try again here from the 5-yard line. Again, the Hawks just not able to get any room to work here so far in this first quarter. 5:40 to go on the clock. Hawks are trailing 7-0. The Hawks a shorter player, so they'll run in an extra player here to get going. 5:40 to go in the first quarter.
I think we were asking to put 5:50 on the clock.
All right, they're going to adjust the time to 5:50. And here's the play on 1st and 10. Handoff over the left side and stood up. Not sure who had that. Davenport on the carry. And he lost a yard. Second, that was number 4, Davenport, losing a yard. 2nd and 11 here for Gretna. 2nd down 11, 2 receivers each side. Moon has Davenport by his side. He's going to throw it. Now he throws. It's knocked away at the line. I think it was number 66 who knocked it down.
The big man, number 66, Leo Corsini.
Now 3rd and 11. 3rd down and 11. And again, Hawks just not able to make any room to work here so far. And clock running down, 10 seconds. And here's they're going to go 3rd down, run right ahead. He breaks one tackle, unable to get away on the next one, however. And he probably got about a yard. That was Moon on the carry. And 4th down now. All right, 4th. We'll give him 2 on that. 4th and 9 punting situation for the Hawks here. Our score with 4:40 to go in the first quarter is EC Glass 7, Gretna 0. And the entire game has been played on the north end of the field at this point. Here's the punt away. 3rd punt of the night for Gretna. This one will take a bounce and roll dead at the 31-yard line.
Again, we've started 35, 30, and now 31.
A lot of pressure on the Gretna defense here in this first quarter. And that'll tend to wear you out as the game goes along. All right, EC Glass now with it. 1st and 10 from the Hawks 31. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Quick throw across the middle is in between and incomplete as he was unable to hold on to it after the Gilbert was unable to hold on to it after the contact. 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10. All right, 2nd and 10 now for the Hilltoppers. Again, 3 receivers left. This time the handoff. Finds a little seam, cuts it outside. A nice tackle made by Mabins. That will go for a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 now for the Hilltoppers. You're listening to Gretna Hawks football on the Cross, 104.3 FM, AM 730. And here on 3rd down, a man in motion goes up the field to receive a pass. This one's thrown and complete inside of the 10 down to about the 7-yard line. It'll be well enough for a 1st down as that goes from the 29 down to the 7. 22 yards on that reception.
1st down.
So 1st and goal. 1st and goal now for the Hilltoppers. All right, Hilltoppers will line up like a pistol. No, they're going to move him over to the right side of the quarterback. Quarterback takes the snap. He'll hand it off. Number 2 going left. Flag on the play, but he is in for the score. There is a flag, however. And waiting to see the flag here, possibly a hold. We'll wait to see what the official holding is. The call against E.C. Glass. Reminder, folks, this weekend, Devin and Julie are deploying a camper to the flood-ravaged region of Canton, North Carolina. They'll be serving a family there with temporary shelter for the next few months. Please continue to pray for Campus Care Ministry and pray for the families that are involved. And here on 1st down, throw to the end zone is just past the outstretched fingertips. 2nd down. That was intended for number 3, just past his fingertips. So remember to pray for all the families that are receiving help from the Campus Care, that God would show up in their lives in a mighty way during their time of crisis. And then here's a handoff, number 2. Big hole up the middle, jumps up in the air around the 5 and comes down there, but makes it all the way down to the 6 or 5 or so.
To the 6-yard line.
And it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 6. Here's a handoff, number 2 again going left, and he's going to get in for the score. That's Thomas on the score from 6, and the Hilltoppers now lead at 13-0. Extra point coming. 2:29 to go in the 1st quarter. So far, the Hilltoppers dominating play on the field. Hawks have no answers at this point.
Don't poke that in your eye, man.
And here's the extra point. And it's good. Our score now is E.C. Glass 14, Gretna 0. A reminder again that starting next week, the Cross will be giving away a free gift to all the listeners of the Cross. And you can stop by Gretna Drug and receive a free gift from the Cross. Stuart and Kim Burnett with you on a Friday evening. That sun still up there, but eventually it's going to go behind that mountain.
I've been looking in that direction the entire time.
Yeah, I'm seeing spots. You know, Campus Care now has a new disaster relief camper that they've added to their fleet. The camper has been named Courageous. It's dedicated to those who have given their lives and their service to the country. Courageous is dedicated to members of the military, both those who serve or have served, police, fire, and EMS personnel. Courageous will have the names displayed of members of our community all over her. If you served in the military or your son, daughter, mother, or father served, or in law enforcement or a firefighter or EMS, please submit your name, rank, branch of service, and duty status, active, veteran, or deceased, to Campers Care by going to thecrossfm.com. Click on the box there, or drop a line to submit your information, and I'll give you that address here shortly. All right, Hilltoppers set to kick off, leading 14-0. 2:29 to go in the first quarter. This little pooch kick, and a little bit of confusion, but the Hawks do cover it. There is two run together, but that number 6 was able to field that, however. I think that was Seyfarth who was able to catch that in the air on the little pooch. And the Hawks
held onto it tight.
And the Hawks have their best field position at their 38-yard line, trailing 14-0.
2:27.
And here's the quarterback to throw. Throws it and almost completed, broken up. Matthew Thompson almost had that. We have a flag, though, back at the area that might say roughing the quarterback.
That was not interference.
Well, there's a flag on the play here. Roughing the passer. So that'll take the ball across the 50-yard line. And at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Hawks, as they are able to get the ball now into the EC glass side of the field. Two receivers each side. Man in motion, Thompson. Quarterback back to pass, rolling, trying to set up a screen. He'll throw back across. It is caught. Complete to, I think that's number 9. Number 3, Thompson picks up about 3. Tried to set up a screen there and threw it late and behind his receiver, but it was caught for a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Second down play. We got some movement there, illegal procedure there against Gretna. Definitely.
Well, they both moved at the same time.
Receiver on this end moved too quick.
Left it up 5.
5-yard penalty makes it 2nd and 12. 1:40 to go in the first quarter. Hawks come to the line. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Moon to throw. Throws it up. And it's caught. Caught for about a 14-yard gain. That's Jiggets on the catch.
He was pressured. He had a
Nice catch.
right there.
You know, he got that interception last week to end the last drive for Jefferson Forest. Comes up with a nice catch there.
Sure did.
And here's Moon to run. Moon breaks through left side for 3. Hawks starting to get something together here. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. They trail 14-0, but have a little momentum going here on this drive. Here's Moon to throw again. Across the middle. Knocked away. The ball comes loose. Roman had it. Matthew Roman had it for a moment, but he got hit and it. Ball separated. 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd down 7.
All right, 3rd down and 7 now for the Hawks. 41.6 seconds to go in the first quarter. Moon to throw. Pressure comes. Tries to get away from it. And he'll throw on the run, and it is incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
That will bring up
Fourth and 7 for the Hawks here. We'll see if they are going to punt this or go for it. Moon comes back across. He looks a little tired. He's been doing a little bit of running there. He'll stay in for the fourth down try.
Checking his armband.
Fourth down and 7 from the 32-yard line. Man in motion. We've got some movement. And offsides against E.C. Glass makes it now 4th and 2. 4th and 2 now for the Hawks. Ball is at the 26, 27-yard line. From the 27, 4th and 2. Davenport not in there, the big back, so you got to believe Moon may be trying to get this himself. From the shotgun, he's going to go around left side, breaks a tackle, and runs into his own player, but I think he's got maybe just enough.
Flag over here.
Late flag after the play. This will be unsportsmanlike conduct against somebody. It's after the play, however. So they'll mark a first down, and then it'll either be 15 against Gretna or E.C. Glass. No, holding it. All right. Okay, they're saying this happened during the play. And that will take away that first down. So from the spot of the foul. So it happened downfield a little ways, so it's going to be 4th and about 5. 4th and 5. And this time Moon will throw. And tries to throw it, and this one could be intercepted in and out of the hands. And Moon just had no chance on that one. The pressure came right up the middle, flushed him out, and just threw that up for grabs. And E.C. Glass will take over. First and 10 for the Hilltoppers at around the 30-yard line. 15.9 seconds to go in the quarter. E.C. Glass leading 14-0. Quarterback takes the snap, turns and hands. Number 10 wrapped up by 3 or 4 Hawks, but about 8 yards downfield. So a good run there. Mosby on the carry. He picked up, I believe, 9. 2nd and 1 coming up as the quarter comes to an end, and it was E.C. Glass quarter there as they put up 14. The Hawks had one good drive that stopped on a 4th down holding penalty, really. A reminder, Spring Road Baptist Church is holding their annual scholarship fundraiser next Saturday, September 11th. It's a car show, archery contest, music provided by Donald Miller, barbecue plates, all the fixings, including corn, potatoes, kicking collards, and famous peach cobbler. There'll also be a silent auction held during the day and a bake sale. That's Saturday, September 11th at Spring Road Baptist Church. Told you earlier I would tell you an address if you wanted to mail information to the station, and that is P.O. Box 1145, Gretna, Virginia 24557. And again, if you like your church announcements to be heard on the cross, you can send them in by mail, or you may also send them to info@thecrossfm.com.
Hey, Stuart, we can finally look at the sunset and look at those beautiful mountains. The sun's going down behind.
Yep, sun is almost gone, and I'm thankful.
That is a beautiful view.
All right, here's a handoff coming around the left side. Blockers there. They'll stretch it out. He tries to cut back. And we'll have about 10 yards on that. He only needed a couple. And 1st and 10. That was Graves on the carry.
And that is another Hilltopper first down.
Takes it to the 48-yard line of E.C. Glass. First and 10 for the Hilltoppers there. Quarterback will hand it off to number 10, and he will go straight ahead, moving in on the stop, but he's about 5 yards downfield, so a good 5-yard gain there, maybe 4. Looks like 5. For 2nd and 10 now, for 2nd and 5 now for the Hilltoppers. This time the quarterback will have the running back to his, looks like right behind him. And here's the quick throw out to number 5, complete. Right side, around the sideline, flag on the play, down to the 30-yard line. There's 2 flags, and this will be against E.C. Glass.
I'm glad because there were no Hawks over there, and he had wide open spaces.
I think they had some holding over there.
They were pushing the back.
All right, pushing the back. And it happened near the first down marker, so they'll back it up from there. Matter of fact, it was past the marker. So it'll come back from there, and it'll make it 2nd and probably 9. Nope. Check that. 2nd and 8. Back to midfield. 2nd and 8. Quarterback takes the shotgun snap. He'll throw. A little quick throw out to the right side on the far side. Number 3 catches it. Short of the first down, but just barely. Brings up 3rd and less than 1. 10:38 to go in the first half. E.C. Glass leading this one over the Hawks 14-0. 3rd and a short 1. And here's the handoff. Number 10, right side, has the first down and more. So he's able to get past that beginning wall and gets into the secondary down to the 29-yard line.
Another Hilltopper first down.
That'll be about 13 yards on the carry. 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. E.C. Glass in a bit of a rhythm now. Mixing it up with the run and the pass.
Yes. And we know they have a kicker also.
And here's a little bit of a mix-up on this play. Is everybody but the center moved, and it'll be a 5-yard penalty. When you're the center and you forget to snap, it doesn't look too good.
I wonder what he was thinking about.
Probably the last play. All right, E.C. Glass will take a timeout.
Folks, I'd like to remind you
Again here at 10:16 to go in the first half. E.C. Glass leading this one by a score of 14-0.
Aren't we excited to be on the radio tonight?
Yes, we definitely are. Definitely are. So glad to be on 104.3 FM, The Cross, AM 730, and streaming at thecrossfm.com. And you can look on there. There's a link to listen to Christian music. There's also a link tonight to listen to us. So
if you get
whatever
tired
you
of
want,
listening to us, you can listen to Christian music.
Yeah, whatever you want, they've got it for you.
Yeah.
Right here locally in Gretna on the Cross. The Cross was just launched in mid-July, and a dedication ceremony was held at the Gretna Theater, where the Cross was dedicated in memory of Charlie Lingerfeld, a longtime fixture in the Gretna area who was instrumental in the start of WMNA back in 1956.
So then WMNA stood for Weather, Music, News, and Agriculture. And now it stands for
What Matters Now, Always, the Cross.
That's true.
And And the Cross is owned and operated by the founders of Campers Care Ministry. A neat thing that they're doing. I'll tell you a little bit more about that as time goes on. Here's a man in motion, comes across, takes the handoff, going left, and he's got blockers in front. It was Jiggets was able to get in there and make a stop. But nice run by Mosley, number 10. He'll pick up 6 or 7 yards, second down and 8. Second and 8 now for the Hilltoppers. We have a Hilltopper slow getting up. 52 for the Hilltoppers. And favoring a leg is on his own power walking off. Maybe a cramp there. Not sure. So a little timeout here. And just to give you an idea again.
Who took the timeout? I didn't hear.
It's the injury timeout, I guess.
Okay.
So Campers Care, what they do is when there's maybe it's a hurricane, there've been house fires where folks are without a home. Their home is destroyed. And Campers Care gets a call and they say, we need a camper here in this area, no matter where it's at. Louisiana, Eastern Virginia, they go into North Carolina, wherever they need it, that camper will go and will be the temporary home for that family. And as I mentioned earlier, they've added another camper to their fleet so they can serve an even greater capacity. So this is very exciting, and you'll be hearing about this a lot on the Cross 104.3 FM, AM 730, and thecrossfm.com. Second and 8. And here's a handoff. Number 1 right up the middle. He's upended pretty quickly. Down to the 24-yard line. Third down and 5 coming up. E.C. Glass using a lot of running backs here. Now 3rd and 5. 3rd down and 5. Man in motion. They'll fake it to him. Throw. And nicely defense there. The catch is made, but I don't think he gained but maybe a couple yards. It'll be 4th and 3. 4th and 3. This is in the field goal kicker's range, but they're going to go for it here. 4th and 3, they'll go for it. Shotgun formation. And we've got a little procedure call, and that's going to take them probably out of field goal range. And I would think now they'll go for it anyway. We've got 9 minutes to go in the first half. E.C. Glass leading 14-0, driving here. Penalty comes at a crucial time. It takes them from 4th and 3 to 4th and 8. They huddle up on the far side, come across, and they're ready to apparently run a play here. Be a pistol look formation. Running back directly behind the quarterback. Man comes in motion, and they're going to throw over the middle. Man is open, down the sideline, overthrown. And we got a flag in the area of where the throw was made. All right, it's against E.C. Glass. And so 1st and 10.
What was the call?
It was unsportsmanlike conduct against E.C. Glass. All right, so the Hawks with the stop there. They'll take over 1st and 10. Ball will be placed at the 27-yard line. Hawks offense needing to get something going to try to put some points on the board before halftime. Again, the Hawks will be home next week to face Magna Vista. All right, here's Moon to throw. Throws it off to Thompson. Thompson, no blockers. He'll just get what he can, and he might have got a yard there, as there were about 5 Hilltoppers right there waiting for him, and Thompson is injured on that play, grabbing his left knee. And so injury timeout here for our injured Hawk.
He was crushed. He was in the middle of multiple E.C. Glass players. And they're big players, too. And they just smashed him.
So Thompson favoring, it appeared to be the knee. And he's right now on his back being tended to. And hopefully he'll be up and okay. You're listening to The Cross, 104.3 FM, WMNA, AM 730, and streaming on thecrossfm.com. Here during this injury timeout,
Getting up.
Thompson setting up now. Like a big thank you to Chappie Brown and Gretna Drug for his support of the Cross, keeping our community healthy and spreading the word of God through the ministry of the Cross. And thanks to Gretna Drug for being the very first ministry partner of the Cross and seeing the vision of the Cross. All right, Thompson up, moving slowly and coming off. And looks like he's favoring that left shoulder too. And they'll take those pads off and look at that shoulder. All right, so 2nd and 9 for the Hawks. And here's Moon to throw. And he's going to throw it up for grabs and throws it out of bounds. Again, Moon was under big pressure. 3rd and 9. All right, that's 8:10 to go in the second quarter. Hawks offense needs a first down here. 3rd and 9 coming up. They'll put 3 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. Check it, 2 on the left. So 5 receivers. Now they'll pull Mabins over to the left side, 3 on the left, 2 on the right. Moon will take the snap. He'll have to get rid of it quickly. Here's the throw, and it's intercepted. Down the sideline to the 10. Cuts it back inside. Touchdown. That is number 15. Walker takes it from about the 35 all the way in for the score. And again, when you got pressure on you like Moon had, you've had it all night, you're going to make those mistakes. So our score goes E.C. Glass 20, Gretna 0, and the extra point will be coming here shortly. Got a late sub coming in for Gretna. He will get in, and I'm not sure the Hawks have their numbers there. Yep. They're going to send one off, and we're waiting now for the extra point. Here's the snap, kick on the way. It's good. Our score, E.C. Glass 21, Gretna 0. 8 minutes on the dot to go here in the first half. Big shout out to Addison Blair and Ad Equipment. A very special thank you to Addison for supplying the crane to hoist the antennas up in the air, allowing the installers a safe platform to work over 100 feet in the air. Thank you to Ad Equipment and Addison Blair for that service. Also, thank you to Carrie and Amy, the antenna installers, who worked over 9 hours in 90-degree plus heat over 100 feet up, constructing the antennas that allow you to hear the game tonight. Also, Chris and Anna Blair of CRB Electric and AA Mechanical for your prayer and support of Campus Care Ministries and the Cross Ministries. Thank you to all the local pastors who bring messages of encouragement on the cross, and we thank each of you for your messages of faith, hope, and encouragement. And the Hawks need a little bit of encouragement right now, trailing 21-0 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. We're just overwhelmed here by E.C. Glass so far.
hanging their heads down, though. They're ready to get a touchdown.
All right, here comes the kick. This one drops at the 6, picked up by Mabins to the 10, 15, 20, 25. He's got room to go. He's at 35, 40, flag on the play, and brought down at the 45. There's a flag at the 27-yard line. This one's coming back.
But he pumped the crowd and his team.
Good return by Mabins, but we got a block in the back, most likely back at the 27-yard line. And they'll mark that off. From the 30. They'll take it to the 15-yard line. Actually, got to put it at the 20. Yeah, it was from the 30 to the... Actually, I think he just penalized that 10. 1st and 10 for the Hawks at their 20. And here's Moon to throw. Flips it out to Mabins. Cannot get the grab on the little quick pitch out. Fortunately, it was a forward pass as the ball was left on the field there, but blown dead. 2nd and 10 now for the Hawks. Clock stopped at 7:45. EC Glass leading 21-0. Last score coming on a pick 6. Now 2nd and 10. Moon hands that off to Mabins. The ball's loose, I think. Fumble. Not a good exchange on the handoff. Looks like Gretna will keep it, however. 3rd down. It's like 3rd and 10.
No gain. 3rd down, 10.
3rd and 10 now for the Hawks.
It is 3rd down.
Looks like 3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. And here's the quarterback flushed out, throwing on the run, and then nowhere there as he'll send it out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Makes it 4th and 10. Again, Moon has had no time to throw the ball. They are on him pretty much immediately. And he just had to kind of throw where he thought the receiver was going to be. So 4th and 10. For the Hawks, punting situation. Here's a snap, the kick away, and a high, and will drop and roll back about 4 or 5 yards. EC Glass will have it at the Hawks 38. 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers from the Gretna 38. Again, this Gretna defense has been on the field a lot in this first half. Hawks will be back home next Friday night to entertain the Magna Vista Warriors. And here's EC Glass. We've got a time out. Gretna. Hawks take a time out here. With 6:57 to go. I think it's the first time out they've taken here. Again, as we sit here tonight, sun has gone down now behind the mountain, and things have cooled off. A reminder that the Gretna Tire Player of the Week will begin this Thursday on the Cross. Each week, Coach Miller will select a Player of the Week based on certain criteria, and those factors will be determined by Coach Miller. And each week, Coach Miller will be interviewed along with the Gretna Tire Player of the Week. That will air daily on the Cross. If you missed the interview, you can find it online at thecrossfm.com. At the conclusion of the season, there will be awarded a $250 cash scholarship to one of those Players of the Week. Here's on first down play, going for it all right here. Down the sideline, knocked away right at the end of the play. Looked like it was going to be a touchdown. Good defense coming back there to make the play. And it goes incomplete. So, just a reminder that Gretna Tire knows that high school sports builds character, develops leadership skills, teaches discipleship, as well as goal setting in a student's life. Gretna Tire, faith, family, and football. So, Players of the Week, a new feature here for you on the cross. Here's a handoff, number 2, breaking through, spinning out of a tackle, and finally brought down at about the 30-yard line, short of the first down. 3rd and 3 coming up. 7-yard gain, number 2. That was Thomas. 3rd and 3.
To be honest, he faked me out. I thought he was throwing it. Because he hands off and then he acts like he throws it, and I was watching the pass.
All right, on 3rd down. Man in motion. He'll get the carry around the left side. Cuts it back. Breaks through to the 15-yard line. Brought down there. Nice gain. Takes it from the 30 all the way down to the 15. They'll back him up to the 17. 13 yards. 13 yards on that carry. 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers at the Gretna 17-yard line. Got a plane getting ready to come right over top of us here. All right. On 1st down, quarterback will pass this time. Throws. Nice catch. Touchdown. On the little crossing route. Number 3 goes for 17 yards.
Number 3,
Gilbert on the catch. 17-yard touchdown catch. With 5:41 to go in the second half, for a second quarter. Extra point coming up here. And here's a high snap. It's handled. Kick on the way. It's good. Our score, E.C. Glass 28, Gretna 0, 5:41 to go in the second quarter. Taking a look on the sideline bench, I see Matthew Thompson with ice on the right shoulder. Ice on the right shoulder. Would not expect him back this evening. Reminder that this weekend, Devin and Julie are deploying a camper to the flood-ravaged region of Canton, North Carolina. Remember a couple of weeks ago, maybe even not that long, they had a serious flood out there, kind of like they had in Tennessee. They'll be serving a family there with temporary shelter for the next few months. Please continue to pray for Campers Care and the ministry. Most of all, pray for all the families that are receiving the care from Campers Care, the campers, and that God would show up in their lives in a mighty way during their time of crisis. And we think that part of that is He's already showing up with Campers Care. All right, game getting away from the Hawks here in the first half. E.C. Glass with a 28-0 lead. And we're ready for the kick. Here's the kick. This one low and falling on, covered at the 32-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Gretna at their 32. All right, Hawks offense on the field. Remember, as we said, Matthew Thompson out, injured earlier. Shoulder has ice on it on the sideline. Now 1st and 10. There's There's a snap, and we got a penalty. Offsides against EC Glass. Makes it 1st and 5. First and 5 now for the Hawks. Now on first down. Here's a give to Davenport, number 4. The big man running left for about 3. 2nd down and 2 coming up. So 2nd down. Second down play, 2nd and 2. And here's a give again to Davenport. And he runs over a man, but no yardage, as number 21 was in the backfield waiting for him. And maybe a loss of a half yard. We'll call it 3rd and 3. 3rd down and 3 now. All right. We got 2 running backs here. Look for Davenport maybe to get it, or maybe they'll fake it to Davenport and Moon might take it. Moon to take. Tries to follow the blockers, but cannot get through there. He gets maybe to just near the 40, and that's going to bring up 4th down. It's going to be 4th and still 2. I don't see the punter coming in. So the Hawks will go for it here, 4th and 2.
4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Man in motion comes across, and he will reset on the right side. And Hawks are not going to run a play here. They'll call timeout. And now you'll see the punt. That's the 2nd timeout taken here in this half. And now they will punt it away, one would think. 3:51 to go in the first half. EC Glass leading Gretna 28-0. Yards and first downs have been hard to come by for the Hawks offense here tonight.
In good field position.
Yeah, they've had their backs against the wall most of the night because they hadn't been able to get any room.
And with an injury, that's not good either. Number 3.
All right, so 4th and 2. And looking to see, I think the punter is in there. No. Yep, punter's in there. So they'll punt this ball. Yeah, they did run a fake. Last week. Low snap, he gets in there. Nice kick. It's going to take a nice bounce. And picked up by EC Glass. Dangerous play. Now he's up the field, though. Midfield, down the sideline, finally out of bounds. Flag on the play at the 35-yard line. All right, so the penalty at the 35. The return was back all the way to about the Gretna 35. Illegal block in the back against Glass. And that will be enforced from the 35. I'll take them back. I think they'll do it from the 35. And that will take them back to about the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. 3:36 to go in the first half. EC Glass leads it 28-0. Quarterback under center First time we've seen that. Here's a handoff. Coming left, now cutting to the middle. Nice run of about 8 yards. There's a flag in the backfield. EC Glass changed up. They went from the spread to another formation, and quarterback was under center. There's a hold against EC Glass. This spot will be from the 20 back, so they'll go all the way back to the 10-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 25. First and 25 for the Hilltoppers. Go back to the spread formation. And here's the quarterback. Another flag. Flag on the play once again. False start against EC Glass. 5-yard penalty. Now 1st and 30 from the 5. And this time it's a handoff. Right side. Brought down after a short gain. Mabins made the stop. It was Thomas on the carry. And he gained maybe 3. Second down. They'll give him 4. 2nd and 26. Now on 2nd down, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback takes a low snap, throws across. Complete. Tackle broken. Finally brought down. Short of the 1st down, but a nice gain. Takes it all the way out to the 31-yard line. It will be 3rd and a makeable 2, maybe 3. 3rd and 3.
Picks up 22 yards. 3rd down, full.
Now on 3rd down. From the shotgun. And here's a handoff, number 2. And he is going to have the 1st down. Wow. They had, was it 1st and 30?
Yes.
And they made it. So 1st and 10.
First down.
1st and 10 at the 35 of EC Glass. 2:13 to go in the quarter. Hilltoppers leading 28-0. And pistol formation here for the Hilltoppers. Another low snap. Quarterback running out of time. He'll keep it and be brought down right around the line of scrimmage. He might have lost a yard. So a loss of 1. Clock rolling. 1:35 and counting. 2nd and 11.
1:32.
Clock rolling down here. 1:25 to go. And here's quarterback to hand it off. Number 1 going up the middle. Has a little room, and he'll have the 1st down. Tackled at the 48-yard line. He gets about 14 on that.
That is another Hilltopper. 1st down.
14-yard gain.
1:13 remaining.
Will EC Glass
49-yard line.
throw a long pass play here with 1:10 and counting? 1st and 10 at their 48-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Quarterback will send a man in motion. Coming to the left. Here's the throw to the right. Complete. Tackle broken. And 2 Hawks run into each other, but finally the stop is made. 1st down to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10. 47.3 seconds to go. And the Hilltoppers take a timeout right here. Reminder that starting next week, the Cross will be giving away a free gift to all the listeners of the Cross. all you need to do is stop by Gretna Drug and receive your free gift from the Cross. And you're listening to the Cross here on 104.3 FM, AM 730, and streaming at thecrossfm.com. Well, trying to keep EC Glass off the board here one more time as they look to put on one more touchdown before halftime. 47.3 ticks to go. EC Glass has one timeout left as well. Gretna has one. Hilltoppers are ready to go. The Gretna defense comes out. We get the whistle. And here's the man in motion. Quarterback back to throw. Little wheel route right here, trying to throw it. Got his man open. In and out of his hands. Nicely defended as well. Little wheel route there, trying to run with that running back coming out of the backfield.
It's the second time 23 has jumped up higher than EC Glass. And he knocked it out of the way.
Yep. So second down, 40.6 seconds to go. Second down. And quarterback once again going to go deep. Got his man open, caught, and falls short of the end zone at about the 1 or 2. So that was from about the 28 down to the 1. And EC Glass will take a timeout with 33.5 seconds to go here before halftime. Devin and Julie would like to thank Randy and Linda Alderson for their love, prayers, and faithful support of the Cross Ministries and Campers Care Ministry. We love you both so much. Donald and Marie Young for their faithful support of the Cross Ministries and Campers Care. Thank you to Chappie Brown and Gretna Drug for his support of the Cross, keeping our community healthy and spreading the word of God through the ministry of the Cross. The Cross thanks Gretna Drug for being the very first ministry partner of the Cross and seeing the vision of the Cross. All right, first and goal. They're going to beef up that backfield here. 3 big backs. Handoff. Fumble is in for the score. I don't know who got it.
Inside handoff. Hilltoppers score.
But makes the score 34-0. Extra point coming. .3 seconds to go before halftime. 29.3 seconds before the half. And here's the snap. The kick is good. Makes the score EC Glass 35 and Gretna 0. So the Hawks will get one more chance here with 29.3 seconds to go before halftime. Stuart and Kim Burnett with you here on a cool Friday night. You can tell fall is coming around the corner. You got football, you got cool nights, dew on the grass. What else?
You're getting really poetic right now. Keep going.
Yeah. Before you know it, we'll be seeing the leaves changing. Pumpkins. Cider. Okay. All right, so not the kind of half that Coach Miller would have hoped for, but again, this is part of building character. You're going to take those hard lumps sometimes, and you got to get up. Keep on fighting on. It's sort of a same thing in life.
I was going to say that's the game of life.
Yep. All right. All right. Cameron Mabins had a pretty good kick return last time. They're not going to kick it deep this time. It's going to be covered at the 26-yard line by Gretna. 27.8 seconds remaining.
First down, 10. Hawks with 27.8 seconds remaining. First down.
So 1st and 10 for Gretna. And 2 running backs with the quarterback here. Handoff is Davenport, I believe, right side. He gained a yard. That probably will be the last play of the half. Clock continuing to roll down now, down to 10 seconds. Now 6. And it was a good first half for the E.C. Glass Hilltoppers. They go to the halftime break with a score of 35 for E.C. Glass and Gretna 0. And the Hilltoppers will get the ball first when we start the third quarter. So tough quarter, tough half for the Gretna Hawks. And it's homecoming here tonight. I didn't realize that. So we'll be kind of listening in the background for that. Just wanted to continue to remind you that Gretna will be back home next week for their first game at home, as they will host the Magna Vista Warriors. And so that game coming up next Friday night at 7 o'clock. Here at halftime, and again, homecoming here tonight. Reminder, too, that this weekend that Devin and Julie are deploying a camper to the flood-ravaged region of Canton, North Carolina. They'll be serving a family there who lost their home due to the flood that was there recently. And continue to pray for Campers Care as they deploy, and also pray for the families that are receiving the campers, because they lost their home in the flood and will need the shelter that Campers Care provides for a few months. So remember that. Remember that these things are happening in our world. Natural disasters, other disasters. Campers Care is committed to helping out when those occurrences happen. And so remember that, as Campers Care will be on the road this weekend. Reminder also, starting next week, the Cross will be giving away a free gift to all the listeners of the Cross. You can stop by Gretna Drug and receive a free gift from the Cross. You're listening to the Cross, 104.3 FM, AM 730, and on the web at thecrossfm.com. Also coming up next weekend is Spring Road Baptist Church holding their annual scholarship fundraiser next Saturday, September 11th, a car show, archery contest, and music provided by Donald Miller, as well as barbecue plates, all the fixings, including corn, potatoes, kicking collards, and a famous peach cobbler. And I know some members at Spring Road Baptist Church, and I know one in particular that does make a very good peach cobbler, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's not
Our junior representative
putting some of those cobblers out.
Diana Martin and Teddy Hart.
Also, there's a silent auction being held during the day and a bake sale. That's Saturday, September 11th, a week from tomorrow at Spring Road Baptist Church. Also, the cross reminds you that if you like your church announcements to be heard on the cross, you can send those to info@thecrossfm.com, and they will be glad to announce that for you. Here at halftime, it is homecoming.
For the senior homecoming court,
Senior homecoming court getting ready to be recognized.
Amaria Wood and Aiden.
That's the kicker there.
Amaria Wood is the daughter of Tiffany Scott and Duray Wood. In her free time, she enjoys
Going out with Amaria Wood,
and family.
first member of the senior court.
She pursued her career of being a dental hygienist. Aiden Palis is the
Again
son of
here
Ken
at
and
City Stadium in Lynchburg, Virginia. And it's been a good night so far for the home team as E.C. Glass leads the Gretna Hawks 35-0.
Excuse me.
Now getting set for the second member of
Aiden
the.
is the member of the varsity football team.
All right.
Varsity soccer and varsity
Looks like I got a little mixed up on
Serves as
the.
president and founder of the investment club.
on the announcement
and is
there.
in National Honor Society, SCA, Chemistry
So
Club,
anyway, you know how
and is
those
a
things
lifeguard.
happen.
After high school, Aiden is unsure
We're
where he will
right now
go.
figuring up the
Clemson
totals for the first half.
Or Clemson University.
They don't look too
He is
good.
interested
And,
in law or business.
You'll be able to tell from the numbers why Gretna is having the problem they're having tonight. What do you got?
Well, we have a negative 3 yards in the running category, 25 yards passing, 30 yards in penalties. E.C. Glass has 142 running, rushing yards, 125 passing, total of 267 yards versus 22 yards for Gretna. 50 plus yards in penalties. E.C. Glass actually has racked up more penalties tonight.
All right, so, yep, those kind of numbers, and we talked about it last week. You won't be able to win with big plays every week, and the Hawks had the big plays last week, but not tonight. And so, of course, E.C. Glass, certainly a tougher, one of the tougher opponents you'll see, and perhaps the toughest match for Gretna this year. That remains to be seen. And I'm sure that Coach Miller is probably there in the locker room saying, let's just compete in this second half. Try to win the second half if possible. Don't hang your heads and give it all you got. And it definitely, you know, it's a character building night.
Absolutely. Well, they weren't hanging their heads when they left. They stood out there and took it. And I'm very proud of them.
Definitely, they have hung in there. They haven't given up. They're playing their best. Just overmatched here tonight so far. Still got homecoming court being announced.
She's a member of varsity cheerleading.
You're listening to The Cross, 104.3 FM, WMNA, AM 730, and thecrossfm.com. Now, you may be thinking, where did the Cross come from? And the Cross was actually launched in mid-July, so it's only been in existence for we're beginning of September here, so a month and a half or so. There was a special dedication ceremony held at the Gretna Theater when the Cross was officially dedicated in loving memory of Gretna radio pioneer Charlie Lingefeld. Now the call letters, WMNA, which stood for weather, music, news, and agriculture back in the day, and now stands for what matters now, always, the Cross. The Cross is owned and operated by the founders of Campers Care Ministries. Devin and Julie wish to thank all of the members of the community who have helped labor for the Lord in the building of the Cross, not only with financial gifts, but also time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears. Many hours went into the building of 104.3 FM, and we'll be thanking some of those folks specifically here in just a moment. Let's find out who the homecoming king and queen are here at EC Glass.
Advisor Chelsea Gatz, and our fearless leader and faculty advisor,
All right.
Rose Hall.
We're going to have the announcement here momentarily.
The 2021 Homecoming King
and Queen
are Markevius Graves and Mary Caroline Brown.
Markevius Graves and Mary Caroline Brown. Congratulations. Seems to be a popular choice among the fans over on the other side, Kim.
Yeah, they are. Football player number 21, and then the homecoming queen is a cheerleader, Miss
Congratulations
Brown.
to these young people.
All right. Homecoming early
2021
in this season.
Homecoming
I believe
King
they all,
and Queen.
except maybe one was a cheerleader, football player and cheerleader.
Right. I believe you're right. And so, congratulations.
Congratulations to our entire
It is
EC Glass homecoming.
It is a beautiful evening here in Lynchburg under the lights. Cooled off nicely, probably low 70s now, I would think, temperature-wise.
Beautiful night. And it's fun to watch the airplanes fly over.
Yeah, we're watching the airplanes come across every now and again. It looks like they're heading right for us, and then sometimes they do, and then sometimes they cut a little over to one side or the other. Just from where we are sitting here tonight, we can see the LU over on the mountain to the south of City Stadium, and the mountain range is to the northwest here. We can see, actually now that it's gotten dark, we can't see it, but we could earlier.
Beautiful.
And so, of course, if you're not familiar with City Stadium, they've got a football stadium here and a baseball stadium as well. So, of course, we're in the football side of things here tonight. A very nice facility. Got a little age on it, but still very nice.
It is very nice and clean, and the fans are social distancing. And
There's plenty of room for that.
That is plenty of room.
Here they come.
All right.
Comes the band.
All right, the band coming out
Now entering the field
to perform.
is the 2021
And they have about 9 minutes to get something done here.
EC Glass Hilltopper.
So the Hilltoppers band will come out. I'm not sure
The band is under the
how well we'll be able to hear them from our position here, but we heard them pretty well for the national anthem.
includes Jordan Farrell, Monty Farrell, Kara
Looks
Witt,
like
Emily Paulus, Jaden Sneed,
EC Glass probably has about as many band members as they do football players.
Cameron Cleveland, horn captain Ryan Ellich,
We got it's like
percussion captain
7 flag girls
and
and
Emery Gleason, guard captain.
pretty good number. You know, it's hard to get
The band's
large
fall
bands
shows
these days.
Blue Christmas and features
About
versions
31.
about 31 members of the band,
tying together some
Not
holiday
including
features
the
the
flag
band
girls.
is
Not
preparing
including the flag
for
girls, okay.
competitive season.
All right, so we'll give them a listen here and a reminder that you're
When they
listening
defend their
to
two-time
the
grand
Cross
championship
FM 104.3 FM AM 730
Tonight's show
and streaming on the web at thecrossfm.com.
are Brian and Ina Lynch. Students and staff would like to take the opportunity to thank the parents and volunteers who put so much of their time into helping this group be successful. Our platinum sponsors for this evening are Select Bank, Public Review Realty, our executive sponsors for this year, Premier Health Group, and we're functioning well without the support of the companies and individuals that Congress considers important. The playing will still continue.
All right. Were they tuning up there, or was that a song? I didn't quite.
I think they were.
I think they were just tuning up.
They'll go on the other side and perform.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I believe I see Jill down here. Cousin Jill with the Flag Girls.
Okay. Hey, Cousin Jill.
Hey, Jill.
Well, we're here at halftime, and the band is now going to turn and perform for the home crowd, and that's understandable. And the Hawks find themselves in a tough position, down 35-0 here at halftime, and the offense just has not been able to move the ball. They moved it one time, and that drive eventually stalled, and it's been a difficult first half. And so
what I noted is that we had 6 fourth downs. We fumbled the ball once and had an interception that resulted in a pick 6. Now, E.C. Glass, in the first 2 plays, they did fumble the ball both times. And we seem to be in deja vu, like, well, at least 2 or 3 plays right there, all happening around the 30, the 35, the 31-yard line. And we never could get across the 50-yard line, looking right into the sun that first quarter, just about. So we did see E.C. Glass pull out another trick. You said they brought out the spread. Was that the spread?
Cameron Flieger.
What was that?
Side of the Old Dominion.
they went to a running formation, but they only did that one.
And they had to put that back because it didn't work for them. They
Right.
kept getting penalties, and it just didn't work. So they immediately stopped that after 2 or 3 attempts. So we know they can run the ball. We know they can pass the ball. We know they can kick the ball.
All right, now, again here at halftime, just a reminder that you're listening to us on the Cross FM 104.3 FM and WMNA AM 730 and thecrossfm.com. Not the first half that we'd hoped for from the Gretna side of things, but again, the Hawks are hanging in, doing their best, just overmatched here tonight. A little history on the Cross radio station, launched in Gretna in mid-July. They had a special dedication ceremony hosted by the Gretna Theater, where the Cross was officially dedicated in memory of Charlie Lingefeld. And Charlie, of course, one of the initial engineers to help get WMNA, when it was just AM, on the air in 1956. The FM followed in 1959.
And that distinctive voice, he had a morning show as well.
That's right. And so Charlie, of course, has since passed away, but and of course Charlie's wife Glenna also passing away, and so but a great memory that folks have of the Lingefelds.
And their contributions to our community.
Yeah, here in Gretna. And so now, for years, of course, the WMNA stood for Weather, Music, News, and Agriculture, and now it stands for What Matters Now, Always, the Cross.
I really like that slogan. I really do.
Now, the Cross is owned and operated by the founders of Campus Care Ministries, and I talked to Devin about this a couple of days ago, and it's hard for me to quantify it, but I heard a certain excitement in his voice about this ministry that he's involved in, and I'm hoping at some point he might somehow or another show up at a game and we can talk to him directly about what they're doing. So I'm going to put that on Devin's to-do list. I don't know who he's going to get to stay at the station.
He's listening.
Make sure we
now.
stay on there. But would love to get him on maybe for halftime or something.
Well, if not, you can.
We could do it. We could interview him in advance. Yeah, something like that. Because I know I can't do it justice, but I could detect the excitement. And let's pray for them, because I don't know what it involves when they deploy a camper, but it tells me somebody's got to drive that thing to that location, help set it up, help the people figure out how to use it, the features of it and all of that. And so they're going to be doing that this weekend, as a matter of fact, as there was a flood in North Carolina just recently that they got a request for, and that is in Canton, North Carolina. I'm not exactly sure where that is, but we know the flood there was in the mountainous area of North Carolina, and so that, I'm assuming, is somewhere in that area. So remember them as they travel and set up this weekend. And again, that
Definitely Ministry of Hope.
Family lost their home. It was flooded. I think I heard Devin say it was completely washed off of its foundation. So they have nothing, and it's going to take a few months, of course, to rebuild. And so they've also added a new camper to the fleet, and so that means they'll be able to help even more people. And the need is great. We've had floods in Tennessee recently. They've been to, I think he told me, Louisiana. They've been down to, and I'll think of the name, they've been down to, oh boy, Chuckatuck, Virginia. They've been down there, and those are just some that we talked about. So
definitely your prayers. I'm sure they would love
Definitely.
any monetary support that you could give, but definitely your prayers. And not only is this a ministry, but the radio station is a ministry. The songs, the message behind the songs, is also gives hope to us on a daily basis. So tune in.
Yeah, we are so thankful for this opportunity, and we certainly appreciate being able to be on the air with football. I want to remind you, too, talking about football, that the Gretna Tire Player of the Week will begin this Thursday on the Cross. Each week, Coach Miller will select a Player of the Week based on certain criteria, some of which is not on the football field. It may include conduct on and off the field, attendance to school and practices, academic performances, other factors to be determined by Coach Miller. And each week, Coach Miller will be interviewed along with the Gretna Tire Player of the Week. That interview will air daily on the Cross. If you missed the interview, you can also find it in its entirety online at thecrossfm.com. Now, the exciting thing for these students, these Players of the Week, is that at the end of the season, one Player of the Week will be awarded a $250 cash scholarship from the Cross Ministries. Now, Gretna Tire, the sponsor of this, they know high school sports builds character, develops leadership skills, teaches discipline, as well as goal setting in a student's life. And I'll guarantee you one thing, tonight our players are getting a lot of character.
They sure are.
Being down 35-0 is no fun, but you hang in there, you keep giving it your best, and you build from it, and hopefully you grow from it. And that's, I'm sure, what Coach Miller's looking for. He's not worried about where his team is at the beginning of the season. He wants to know where they're going to be at the end of the season.
That matters.
Right. So Gretna Tire, faith, family, and football. Now, you've heard us talk about Campers Care. I hadn't focused on this much, but you can go to Campers Care on Facebook, and also you can also search at Campers Care for more information on that. Also, we haven't touched on a lot, but on the crossfm.com, you can find a lot of information there as well. And we mentioned too that we mentioned too that there's links on the crossfm.com for football and for music.
All right, folks.
And
If you have that ticket,
You mentioned it earlier, and we hadn't talked
come to
about
the
it a lot.
announcer's booth. I have
They have
a
really
special
good
gift for you.
Southern gospel, bluegrass gospel, and some things like I've heard the Isaacs, things like that. Some more contemporary stuff in there too. But anyway, it's good to be able to listen to that while you're working and hear the encouragement from the preachers who come on and give little messages in between the songs. Really well designed.
Yes, it always gives hope, and it's like, oh, God's talking to me there. And so keep up the good work, Devin.
And Julie, we appreciate it, and we're excited. And thanks for bringing us on board. We got another half to go, and I'm assuming it's going to be a running clock here with a 35-point lead. We'll wait to see how that develops, however. So the Hawks will be kicking off,
4 rushes, 21 yards.
and E.C. Glass will be receiving, of course. Hawks will be defending the goal to the north, and E.C. Glass will defend the goal to the south. Stewart and Kim Burnett bringing you Hawks football on the Cross FM 104.3 FM, AM 730, and streaming on thecrossfm.com.
Tonight, Eli Wood.
What matters now and always?
The Cross.
The Cross.
All right, now getting set to kick this one off. I think that's going to be Hayden Moon, the quarterback, also doing the kickoff. E.C. Glass has 3 men deep to receive. 3 in the middle. And here's the kick going out of bounds. It goes out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Of course, that draws the flag. And E.C. Glass can decide to take it at the 35 or have it re-kicked. Looks like they'll take it at the 35. So no time goes off of the clock because the kick was out of bounds, and now the clock will start.
Result be first down and 10.
We do have a running clock here. Clock will run continuously except for timeouts and some other situations. From the shotgun, the handoff is up the middle. A gap there, number 2. Little shake and bake for about 12 yards.
Number 2, Mike Thomas Jr.
Thomas with another nice run.
That is a Hilltopper first down.
1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers at their 47-yard line. Hilltoppers leading Gretna 35-0 as we start the third quarter. Man comes in motion, and a handoff comes around the left end, and he is able to slip one tackle, stood up, and gang tackled right around the 42-yard line, near a first down. That was number 21, Graves.
Let's see here.
Looks like he got about 9.
Second down.
Second and a short one. E.C. Glass still applying the pedal to the metal here. 2nd and 1. Quarterback to throw. Looking over the middle. He's overthrown his man. Incomplete.
Pass intended for
Ended up with 2 receivers in the same area, which you never really want that to happen, but he overthrew them all. Makes it 3rd and 1. And again, because normally you would have an incomplete pass, the clock would stop, but because we're in a running clock, it is continuing to run. 3rd and 1. All right, here's a handoff. 4th down. 4th and 1. Does she have an email address? Get her email address. 4th and 1. And here's the handoff. It's the number 2, Thomas. He'll have the first down around the 40-yard line.
Now looks like conversion by number 2, Mike Thomas Jr. That is another Hilltopper. First down.
I talked to you before about that. All right. All right, so first down for Thomas on that carry. He got about 3. Now first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
We got what?
Thomas at 3. Number 2. All right, here's a pass downfield. Oh, touchdown. Bobbled it off the fingertips. And touchdown.
The Rocket, George White.
38-yard reception.
Touchdown, Hilltop.
I didn't catch the number. And so score goes to 41-0. Quick strike there by E.C. Glass. They move quickly down the field, and 38-yard pass play. That ball was knocked up in the air, bobbled, and caught by the receiver on the far side. I did not catch his number. An extra point coming. Here's the snap, the kick. Everything is good. We've got a flag at the end of that.
That kick, point after touchdown.
It's going to be against Gretna. Probably going to be a personal foul. Personal foul against Gretna. So E.C. Glass will have to kick off on the Gretna side of the field. So that's a 15-yard penalty. They'll kick off in midfield. So a little bit of loss of temper there on the Gretna player. Got in there on the kicker, and you cannot do that.
Maybe he just couldn't get the brakes on.
I was watching the ball, so I didn't see what happened.
I say he couldn't get the brakes on the artificial turf.
A lot of times those plays come out of frustration. All right, so they're going to kick off at the 45-yard line of Gretna. Normally you kick off from the 40. So 15-yard penalty brings it to the Gretna 45. 8:51 to go. And again, the clock will be rolling right away.
He'll probably kick that ball right down on 501.
He's probably going to kick it up high.
He put his full leg and fit into it.
I don't expect him to try to kick it in the end zone. All right, 42-0 our score. E.C. Glass in control here. Here's the kick. This one is high and taken at the goal line, dropped into the end zone. Automatically will go to the 20-yard line. And so probably worked out best for Gretna there that it was a touchback. They'll get it at the 20. And he'll spot the ball, and the clock will start on the whistle. E.C. Glass leading 42-0 over the Gretna Hawks. Hawks trying to get something going on offense. And we've got a flag. Illegal substitution. See,
replay first down.
They had too many men on the field, most likely.
5-yard penalty results in first down and 15.
All right, Hawks are counting each other now, trying to figure out who the extra guy is, and now one will come off. So they had 12 men on the field, and that is not allowed. All right, shotgun, snap, handoff. This is Mabins trying to find a little room, and he will find a little room before being pushed back.
The Midtown boys.
And runs it up to
ball carrier number 21.
The 17-yard line, second down. 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 for the Hawks. Again, they'll come to the line with, looks like they're going to more of a running formation, 2 running backs. And quarterback Moon trying to run it, cannot get out of the backfield. They'll spin him around a couple times and drop him at the 15-yard line. He'll lose to 3rd and 14.
Hilltopper. 3rd down.
3rd down and 14 now. Again, E.C. Glass leading 42-0 here against the Gretna Hawks. Third down play coming up. Clock rolling, 6:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Again, shotgun formation, 4 receivers, 2 each side. Quickly thrown out, and it's incomplete. Intended for number 5.
Pass intended for number 5.
That was incomplete, out of the hands. They're intended for Ryder Brooks.
4th down.
And 4th and 14 now for the Young Hawks. And a punting situation here. Again, the Hawks will be back home on friendly turf. Even though it is natural grass, they'll be on it for the first time this season as they host the Magna Vista Warriors next Friday night. Here's the kick. Pretty good punt. It's returnable. Caught and immediately met by 2 Hawks. Wrestled down at the 41-yard line.
I don't know if y'all could hear that thump. But
Tunk's gathered on by
got
number
him
10.
and
I thought he would call for a fair catch, but he decided to try to return it, and he had 2 Hawks on him right away. So 5:50 to go in the 3rd quarter now.
I want to remind all the students, make that call when you ride after the game.
So 1st and 10. Man in motion. He'll pitch it to him going around the left. Cuts it back inside. He's going to be met by number 14 initially. Pushed back by 21 and 50 in there. Moon and Mabins. And a gain of 4. 2nd and 6.
The 37-yard line.
2nd down play coming up now. Man in motion. He will get it coming right up the middle. That's number 5, right up the middle, stumbling ahead. He is to the 25-yard line. That's another quick 11-yard gain.
Number 5, Marty Cottrell. And that is another Hilltopper.
1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers at the Gretna 25-yard line.
he was finding the holes and just dodging right in between them and picked up a quick 15 yards.
All right, same play here.
11
They're going to run the same play. Going to pitch it right this time. And Pursuit is out there. Cannot catch up with him, though. And he will run out of bounds for 1st down.
To Marty Cottrell. Scampers for about 11 yards. And
11 yards.
Hilltopper.
Makes it 1st down. Inside of the 15 at the 13-yard line. 4:10 to go in the 3rd quarter.
11 here, 11 there.
Big chunks of yards, and by this time, of course, the Gretna defense has got to be getting a little tired.
And the clock keeps continuous clicking away.
All right, here's another play, same type play. This is 21 inside of the 5. He's near a 1st down again. At the 4, he may be a yard short. 2nd and 1. 21 on the carry. 9 yards. All right, here's the handoff number 1, going around the left side. Breaks a tackle, stumbles in.
Touchdown, Hilltopper.
And our score, E.C. Glass, 48, Gretna 0. As we wait for the extra point, A reminder again that Devin and Julie would like to thank Randy and Linda Alderson for their love, your prayers, faithful support of the Cross Ministries and Campers Care Ministries. We love you both very much. Donald and Marie Young for their faithful support of the Cross Ministries and Campers Care. Extra point coming. Here's the kick. And it's good. Our score now, E.C. Glass 49, Gretna 0. Also a big thank you to Chappie Brown and Gretna Drug for his support of the Cross, keeping our community healthy and spreading the word of God through the ministry of the Cross. The Cross thanks Gretna Drug for being the very first ministry partner of the Cross, seeing the vision of the Cross. And a reminder, Gretna Drug now has booster shots for COVID, and you can contact them about your eligibility.
656-1251. Hey, don't forget to go by Gretna Drug next week and get your free gift from the Cross.
That's right. Big shout out to Addison Blair Ad Equipment for supplying the crane to hoist the antennas up in the air, following the which allowed the installers to have a safe platform to work from over 100 feet in the air. Thank you to Ad Equipment and Addison Blair. Big thank you to Carrie and Amy, the antenna installers, who worked over 9 hours in 90-plus degree heat over 100 feet in the air, constructing the antennas that allow you to broadcast tonight's game, to hear it. Now here's the kick. 3:22 to go, 49-0, E.C. Glass in control. This is a short kick. Going to be covered. Nope, he's going to run with it. Knocked down by his own player, unfortunately.
Number 11.
Sometimes that happens. All right, so Gretna will have it.
First down, Gretna Hawks, 3:18.
At their 38-yard line. Big thank you to Chris and Anna Blair of CRB Electric and AA Mechanical for your prayer and support of Campers Care Ministries and the Cross Ministries. And again, thank you to local pastors who have brought messages to the Cross. And we thank each of you for your messages of faith, hope, and encouragement. Again, 3:18 to go here in the third quarter. And here's the handoff. Davenport was able to get past the initial tackler, but quickly wrapped up after that. And he will lose a yard or two. 2 yards lost. Actually 3 now. Yep. Now they're going to move it back to near the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. We got a wandering marker guy over there. The down marker guy was wandering around. All right, here's the handoff. Davenport trying to cut it around the left end, and pursuit is there. He will not make that corner. He'll lose yards again there.
I'm not sure what the other side looks like, but on this side, number 19, who giants over all of the other players, is on this end. So anytime you come up against him, you're not going to get around him. So go the other way. Actually,
he's in the middle, and he's just drifting towards the play.
He has long legs, long arms, and he's everywhere.
Well, I mean, that's what he does. He's in the middle.
He's great at what he does.
He will move to the end, too, along the line at times.
But you're not going to get around him.
Well, it's hard to run away from him because he's able to flow to the ball. This time he's going to play on the end to the far side.
Maybe they can get around this time.
3rd down and 14 here. Passing play, nowhere to go. Moon is going to be sacked.
Under duress.
One of the first sacks of the night. He's been able to get the ball out of there and get out, but that time nowhere to go. And they will sack him for a loss of about 5 more, and 4th and 20. Now a punting situation for the Hawks.
He's still in negative yards.
Yeah.
Russian.
All right. Here's the punt. A little spiral on it. And it's going to be picked up by a Glass player. Quickly brought down, though.
Foster picks it up on the bounce.
And he will be down at the Gretna 49-yard line.
10 for the Hilltoppers.
We have under a minute to go in this third quarter. 52.3 seconds to go.
I don't know if I don't want to jinx anything, but no cramps tonight.
A little cooler, and that extra week in there, some better conditioning. Haven't seen the cramps.
Just sorry about number 3's injury early in the game.
Yeah.
Hope he'll be all right.
Yeah.
Right shoulder injury.
All right, here's a snap. New quarterback in, number 5. He's going to keep it. And he's scrambling, rumbling, and bumbling down the middle of the field. Takes it down to Cottrell. Takes it for 14 yards.
That is another Hilltopper first down.
Cameron Mabin's a little slow getting up here. May have spoken too early, Kim. Mabin's on the mat with a cramp.
You got to be kidding.
Yep. You called it. All right. So Cameron Mabins, he cramped up late in the game last week, and looks like he's got a cramp here.
I'm sorry, Cameron.
All right. So they will work that cramp out, and we have 14.3 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Reminder that the Gretna Tire Player of the Week will begin this Thursday on the cross. Each week, Coach Miller will select a Player of the Week based on certain criteria, some of which include the student's conduct both on and off the field, attendance to both school and practices, academic performance, and other factors determined by Coach Miller. Cameron Mabin's up, walking off gingerly at this point. Each week, Coach Miller will be interviewed along with the Gretna Tire Player of the Week. That interview will air daily on the Cross, and if you missed the interview, you can find it in its entirety online at thecrossfm.com. At the conclusion of the season, one of the students named Player of the Week will also then be awarded a $250 cash scholarship from the Cross Ministries. Gretna Tire knows high school sports builds character, develops leadership skills, teaches discipline as well as goal setting in a student's life. Gretna Tire, faith, family, and football. And we've got the end of the quarter. So now 1 quarter to go. And E.C. Glass will go to the fourth quarter with a 49-0 lead over the Gretna Hawks.
E.C. Glass has used, this includes the quarterback, 8 different players in moving the ball, running the ball.
How about catching?
They've had
receiving?
five receivers.
Yep, they've got a lot of weapons, and they'll be a force to be reckoned with this year. Definitely, they've been impressive.
They have been.
Yep.
But Gretna has nothing to hold their head down. They've played tough too.
No.
It's just a good learning lesson, I guess.
Just overmatched here tonight.
I'm impressed with Coach Miller. Not only is he teaching them skills on the field, but the character traits and the leadership and the goal set, I'm impressed with that.
All right, so we're ready now for the final 12 minutes. It'll be 1st and 10 for E.C. Glass. Quarterback Cottrell takes the snap, and we've got a flag right away.
Flag on the play.
Illegal procedure.
E.C. Glass. We will repeat first down.
Now 1st and 15.
One other thing E.C. Glass has let in tonight, penalties. I'm running out of space, actually.
So 1st and 15. Quarterback from the shotgun has a man in motion. He'll hand it off. Number 6 going around the right side, cuts it outside, but is cut down after a gain of 1 or 2.
Hill picks up 1 yard.
All right, so 2nd and we'll give him 2, 2nd and 13. Clock rolling here. Final quarter of tonight. Don't forget now, next week we are back in Gretna for the Hawks' first home game. They will face the Magna Vista Warriors. Here's the quarterback keeper going around the left side, and he's got room to run. Cuts it inside, cuts it outside. 10, 5, end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Hilltopper.
37-yard run.
Starting a trail around the left side. Great blocking by the wide receivers for another
And
Hilltopper touchdown.
He's injured on that touchdown run. Cottrell is still on the mat, and I believe he may have a cramp.
He ran a long ways. He should have a cramp.
38 yards. And one of the Gretna.
When he started, he knew he was going to end up there.
One of the Gretna trainers, one of the first to get to him to try to work on the cramp. Now, E.C. Glass comes over, their trainer, and we'll work on him. But a nice run by Marcus Cottrell, 30, I think is about 38 yards. 55-0 with an extra point still to come. Certainly not the result we hoped for tonight, but again, this will make the Hawks better later. 11:02 to go in the game, and the extra point getting set, but they're still working on the cramp of Marcus Cottrell. Again, be in prayer for Devin and Julie as they will be deploying a camper this weekend in Canton, North Carolina. Not sure how far away that is, but I'm sure it will involve some interstate driving. And
Labor Day weekend's always a busy time on the road, so everybody needs to be safe.
This family lost their home to a flood, and they will be using this camper as their shelter for the next few months. And so pray for them as they travel. Pray for the family that has been affected. And again, in times of need, Campers Care is ready to go and provide that needed housing. I mentioned earlier that they have added a new camper to their fleet as well. That camper has been named Courageous, dedicated to those who have given their lives, their service to the country. Courageous is dedicated to members of the military, both those serving or have served, public, fire, and EMS personnel. Courageous will have the names and displayed of members of our community all over it. If you served in the military, or your son, daughter, mother, or father served, law enforcement, firefighter, EMS, please submit your name, rank, branch of service, and duty status to Campers Care by going to thecrossfm.com and click there on the drop us a line button and submit your information. Extra point was good, and that made the score 56-0.
11:02 in the game.
11:02 remaining. And so the Hawks offense getting set to go on the field once again. Don't forget, next weekend, Spring Road Baptist Church is holding their annual scholarship fundraiser next Saturday, September 11th. They have a car show, archery contest, music provided by Donald Miller, as well as barbecue plates with all the fixings, famous peach cobbler, also a silent auction held during the day, and a bake sale. That's Saturday, September 11th at Spring Road Baptist Church. If you would like your church announcements to be heard on The Cross, send them to info@thecrossfm.com.
Did you give the address for The Cross? I know you did earlier. You might want to do that now.
You can also mail your request to P.O. Box 1145, Gretna, Virginia 24557.
Football program.
All right.
Stop in.
E.C. Glass getting set
Stadium in. Support them.
to kick it off here.
Charlie White. Say hello.
11:02 to go in the game.
Stewart. What matters now and always?
WMNA, the cross.
The cross.
Here's the kick. Gonna dribble on back, picked up by Roman up to the 40-yard line. Roman will be surrounded and brought down there. So 1st and 10 for Gretna. We're going to see a new quarterback, I think, right here.
Which gets picked up by 7.
Ryder Brooks is going to come in, I think, at QB right here. I think. Give him a little bit of game action. And so I'm looking at the bench there.
First down 10 from the 40-yard line.
Thompson on the bench with that iced shoulder. See what his status will be for next week. We'll know later in the week. All right, so trying to get the play in. Shorter player.
Calling for something.
They're going to take a timeout. They were down to 2 seconds on the clock.
Timeout.
So timeout called by Gretna. They didn't have enough players.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not called the ride, the students, if you have not called the ride, please do so now. Please do so now.
All right, so somebody didn't realize they needed to be on the field.
There he goes.
All right. Now 1st and 10. They had to take a timeout there, so they got 2 left. And when we get back to live action, it'll be 1st and 10. Ball at the 40-yard line. Again, Gretna subbing in some players, as is E.C. Glass subbing in some players as well. That big guy still out there, though, number 19 for E.C. Glass. He's got to be 6'8". And here's the handoff. Davenport up the middle. Not much there. He got to the line of scrimmage. Ahead maybe for half a yard. 2nd down. We have an injured Hilltopper on the field. That's number 33. And he appears to be in a lot of pain right now. Rolling around on the ground. You can have that a couple of ways. You have a breath knocked out of you, or you have a painful injury, one or the other. I'm going to pull that.
A lot of attention now.
I'm going to pull that helmet off. You just always hope there's not a knee injury.
No, we have not.
And don't know exactly what they're looking at. Looks like looking at the left leg. And so, timeout on the field while they tend to the injured player. And don't forget now, Gretna will be back home Friday night to host the Magna Vista Warriors. And you'll hear that game here on the cross.
It's always fun to be at Lesterbond Field.
Always.
The fans are fabulous.
No weight. Now a little bit of weight on that left knee. It looks like he's walking it out a little bit. At first he was holding that leg up, but now he's putting some pressure on it. Hopefully he's going to be okay. I don't have his name, number 33 for E.C. Glass.
The concession stand is always delicious too.
2nd and 9. There's a handoff, number 12. Trying to get through there, but you know who, number 19. Oh, got him as he went past, gain of about 3. Third down coming up.
Number 12, Davis, the ball carrier.
Davis picked up 2 or 3. It'll be third down and 7. 3rd and 7 now for the Hawks. All right, Brooks brings the team up. And he'll throw. Quick throw. It's complete to number 14. Flags on the play. Flags flying every which way. Catch made by number 16, was it? Flags at the end of this play.
14 caught the ball.
14, okay. It's against E.C. Glass. And the play will take it to the 45-yard line and a first down. That is about a 11-yard gain. They haven't set the ball yet, so the Hawks are up to the line, but they haven't set the ball. There's some discussion now as to whether or not they'll take the penalty.
What was the penalty?
All right. The penalty was the illegal use of hands.
What are you doing?
And it looks like they're going to take the penalty as opposed to the play. And so the ball will be moved inside of the 40 to the 39-yard line.
That was a good play. That
Nice
was an
pass
awesome
play.
pass and reception.
1st and 10 for the Hawks. Low snap. He tries to hand it off anyway. He's able to. Davenport takes a couple of Glass players for a little ride. Picked up about 3. Dunlop at number 19, the tall guy, in on the stop.
Pick up of 3 yards. 2nd down.
2nd and 7 now. Clock rolling.
Okay,
Second down
I'm seeing
and
something
7.
I haven't seen all night. You see Glass players with their hands on the hips. They're tired.
Yeah, but they are substitutes, and they hadn't played a lot, so I guess they're not in the condition they need to be. Along that line, those are subs.
Hence the holes for Davenport to get to just a few minutes.
Well, I'm not going to say that. 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff. Davenport again on the left side. And I didn't hear a whistle. Did you hear a whistle?
I didn't. But it's so many noises
Davenport
around here.
tackled by number 60. KJ Smith.
All right, another yard on it. 3rd and a long 5. Ball at the 35-yard line. 3rd down and 5.
Substitution for number 18.
All right, Davenport comes up with a little bit of a limp. And Charles Seyfarth will go in at running back for Davenport, who's probably cramping up there. All right, so 3rd down. Brooks to throw. Rolls and throws. Incomplete. Out past the outstretched arms of number 14. Makes it 4th down. 4th down and 5 or 6. Hawks need to convert here. And again, we will be back on the air next Friday night as Gretna will host the Magna Vista Warriors on the Cross FM and AM 730, 104.3 FM, and thecrossfm.com. And here's Brooks to throw. Rolls. Now throws it. Incomplete. And E.C. Glass will take over. And Brooks was under tremendous pressure as he tried to throw that, and he overthrew his man. So the Hilltoppers take over, 1st and 10 at the 34 of E.C. Glass.
That game time 7 p.m., but we will go on the air about 6:45.
That's what we're hoping to do, 6:45. You can join us there. All right, clock begins on the whistle, and we're down to 6:20 and counting. Another new quarterback in is number 8 for the Hilltoppers. And we got movement on the line. 56 on this end, moving early. 5-yard penalty against the Hilltoppers. Makes it 1st and 15.
I have enjoyed the band. They're doing an awesome job. A lot of toe-tapping music tonight. And halftime was a Christmas theme. It's Christmas songs. Have you started your Christmas shopping?
I haven't. 1st and 15. 3 receivers to the right. Handoff. Number 10. Up the middle. Tackled near the original line of scrimmage. So a gain of about 5, maybe 6. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
I started my Christmas shopping today.
Okay. All right, 2nd down and 9. Here's the handoff coming around the left side, and he will have the 1st down.
Good run off the side. Number 25,
Picked up about 10. 1st and 10.
Hilltopper, 1st down.
That's the first time his number is called tonight.
1 remaining in the ball game. Ooh, those chains.
All right, 1st and 10.
10 running backs. 9 running backs and a quarterback.
A lot of running backs tonight for the Hilltoppers.
That sounds like a song. 9 running backs and a quarterback. Maybe you could write another song.
Right, yeah. All right. 1st and 10. Handoff 41, another number that we haven't called tonight. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
40 what?
41. 2nd and 10. All right. 2 receivers each side. Running back behind the quarterback, a pistol look. And a man in motion comes across, and we've got an illegal formation procedure.
E.C. Glass. 2nd down.
Now still 2nd down, but 2nd and 15 now.
10? 3:47 on the clock.
Clock moving. Our score, E.C. Glass 56, Gretna 0. Been that kind of night for the Hawks. 2nd down. Man in motion. This time he'll get it going around the right side. Stood up and brought down after a short gain of 2 or 3.
Helmet off.
Handoff. Number 6.
There we.
Ball carry. Timeout.
All right.
That was some hard hitting.
Leave the game with his headgear.
Number 5 lost
Number
his
6.
headgear.
Number 6 loses his helmet. He'll have to go off for a play.
Number 5 was close to him. I thought
3rd and 12. 3rd and 12 now. And here's another quarterback running it, 25. Ahead for maybe a yard. And that's going to bring up 4th down. 4th and 10.
Brings up 4th down 10 for the Hilltoppers with 2:34 remaining in the ball game.
And they haven't punted, I don't think, tonight. So why punt now, right? On 4th and 10, 3 receivers to our side, the left, and 1 to the right. Quarterback trying to get out of there. He breaks the tackle, but he's stopped about 5 yards short of the first down, and the Hawks will take over.
Lamar Smith. Ball carrier. Not enough for a first down. We'll turn over.
So Gretna takes over 1st and 10 at their 49-yard line.
I think we talked about that last week. Running or going for 4th down.
All right, so 1st and 10 for Gretna. They'll have 2-11 to try to get that goose egg off the board. Clock rolling. Now under 2 minutes. Brooks takes the snap. He'll hand it off. That's Seyfarth straight ahead for 1. 2nd and 9.
Number 6, Charles Seyfarth, ball carrier.
2nd and 9. After a 1-yard gain.
Substitution now. Number 70, Greasy Glad.
So now 2nd and 9. Minute and a half to go.
Number 78, Jesus Johnson.
It'll be 2 receivers left. 1 on the right. And quick throw out through the hands of Davis. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 now.
Brings up 3rd down 9. 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Down to 1 minute to go. Clock rolling. Again, nobody in a hurry at this point. Down to 52 seconds. 3rd and 9. Brooks from the shotgun. On the throw. Rolls under pressure. Throws it. Complete.
Yeah.
And tackled immediately. Well short of the first down. Had a gain of a couple
Pass complete.
on the short pass completion. 4th down.
That was a pretty pass, though. Reception.
Should be one more play in this game if they choose to do so. They don't have to run a play. 4th and 9. Down to 12 seconds. I don't think they're going to get a play off. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 1. They got it off. Last play. Going for all of it. Downfield. Intercepted. And the game over. Our final score. E.C. Glass 56. Gretna 0. That is our final score. And we'll hopefully get some stats for you here shortly. But the scoreboard tells the story here tonight. Dominating win by the Hilltoppers from E.C. Glass.
You know, last week's game ended with an interception by Gretna, right in the last second on the clock, and tonight's did as well.
All right, so handshakes going on across the field. This one is in the books. E.C. Glass 56, Gretna 0. Hawks fall to 1-1. E.C. Glass goes to 2-0. And very convincing win by the Hilltoppers here tonight.
We'd like to thank the Gretna Hawks
All right.
for making the trip over to the historic Lynchburg City Stadium.
So we're getting those stats for you. And again, thanks for the Cross FM for having us on. 104.3 FM, AM 730, and live streaming at thecrossfm.com.
Final score, Gretna 0. And the E.C. Glass Hilltoppers 56.
Again, as
Thank you all
we
for coming.
get set to bring you
Good
the
night.
stats, just a reminder, don't forget Player of the Week will be coming later this week, named by Coach Miller, and Coach Miller will be interviewed. That will be aired daily on the Cross sponsor is Gretna Tire. And so just remember that coming up. Don't forget, too, Campers Care will give a $250 scholarship to one of those players of the week at the end of the season. So, again, that is something we wanted to remind you of. And, again, don't forget, back on the air next Friday night, approximately 6:45 for the Gretna and Magna Vista game. You'll hear it here on the Cross. My voice is wearing out, Kim.
How many minutes on your phone? We've been
on here 166 minutes. Don't ever say I don't have anything to say. All right.
It's documented.
All right. Again, a lot of numbers to add up, unfortunately, on the E.C. Glass side of the ledger tonight. Hawks offense just could not get going. And again, it was that dominance along the defensive line, offensive line, whatever the case may be. E.C. Glass was dominant there, and it made a big difference in our outcome tonight, no doubt about that. So we'll regroup and try again next week, as the old saying goes. Whole lot of numbers here, so again, we hope you've enjoyed the game. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out the way we wanted, but again, as we said earlier, it's one of those character building nights here for the Hawks. No doubt about that. Dominant win by E.C. Glass, and they could go places this year. They look pretty good. A lot of depth, too, as we saw the number of running backs and things that they were able to put in here tonight. All right. We're just going to go with some
I'm almost finished.
totals. Instead of going to individual statistics, we'll just do the totals, which we will have here shortly. And again, thank you to the Cross for putting us on, and all our love and support to Campers Care Ministries, as they are going to be on the road this weekend. While a lot of us are enjoying Labor Day, they'll be out there on the road helping a needy family. And again, pray that goes well for all involved. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
All right, for Gretna, they had a -4 yards rushing, 38 yards passing, for a total of 34 yards.
Okay.
E.C. Glass had 383 running and 163 passing, for a total of 546.
And that's why they got 56 points. A good, dominant performance by the E.C. Glass Hilltoppers.
Cutting the lights out on the store.
I know it. We're going to have to get out of here. They cut the lights off behind us. The stadium lights are still on, but I can't guarantee how long that's going to be. And I can hardly walk in the daylight, so imagine what it would be like in pitch dark.
You got me.
Lean on me.
Lean on me.
All right, Devin, I know you're
Thank you,
tired there,
Devin.
so we're going to let you go and turn things back over to regular scheduled programming on the Cross. Again, our final score.
What matters now and always.
Our final score is E.C. Glass 56, Gretna 0.
The Cross.
And you listening to The Cross. Good night for now. See you next Friday evening, 6:45.